Alright, so this is going to be how to make the shells. So, with the shells, you'll have your house that you want to make the shell for. So, I've got this one right here, and I already have the door cut out of it just so it's a little bit easier to line the edge up right here, and also so I can line up the actual doorway. um, and that's just with the basic house. All right, so I want to get a cube here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Shift A. I'm going to add a cube. And in order to get that cube over here, I need to go to snapping. I'm going to do this arrow to edge and then align rotation to target because my target is this house. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press G on my keyboard to move. And I'm just going to pop, just pops into existence. So I'm going to go ahead and click to set it. And in order to get it in this not weird rotation, I'm going to click on X. I'm going to zero it out. And I'm going to zero out the Y. So it's not like butted up against the house, but it is at least the same Z. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of... God damn it, I always forget to turn off. Make sure to turn off your snapping. Don't forget. Yeah. Don't forget like me. So I'm going to actually lift the cube up. And I am going to look at it from the bottom because that actually helps a lot. Because you can actually see everything from the bottom. And I'm going to press tab to go into edit mode. I'm in face select mode. And I did change my transform orientation to local so that I can actually transform it the way I want to. So I'm going to kind of block out the main area. So I'm going to bring this all the way over here. I grab this one, pull it all the way over here. Grab this face and basically fill out my main area without going past the actual bounds of the house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do loop cuts. So we'll do this one right here because this one will be easy. So I'm going to go ahead and do Control R. And I'm going to click once, move it over roughly to where I want it, and left click again. So now that I've got this, I can grab, we'll go to face select, and then I can grab this face. And I can press E to extrude. And then I'm just going to pull it out like that. And then this little area is going to be easy. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do Control R, left click once, line it up, left click a second time, face select, select that face, press E to extrude, and pull it out. And I can adjust it afterwards. All right, so there's most of it. And thankfully, this line right here actually lines up with this area and this area. So I can actually take this face, I can press E to extrude. Actually, first I need to get both of these out here. So I'm going to do a loop cut here. And I'm going to select this one and this one. So I want both of these to come out at the same time. I'm going to E to extrude. And put it right there. Left click to confirm. Now I can just select this one. Extrude. And left click to confirm. So now I've got the basic layout of the house. Let's go ahead. Welcome to MTV Cribs. This is my crib. Looks like I got a little goof up from that extrusion there, but that's easy to fix. What I can do, I can just select that face. I can delete it. Oh, there's an edge there. But you know what? I can select that edge. I can delete it. Oh my god, there's another one. Delete it. So there's that. But since I did have that goof up, I want to make sure that everything is properly aligned with everything. So I'm going to do a trick that I haven't showed you guys before. So I'm going to go to vertex mode. I'm going to press A to select everything. Then I'm going to press M for merging. Then I'm going to go down to by distance. I'm going to click that. And it removed 6 vertices. Those are going to be the ones from the extrusion over there. So now everything I know is completely sealed up. Hashtags, just little things. So I'm going to go back into face select mode because now that I've got the rough building size, I want to bring it down. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select all of these faces on the bottom. Get my camera lined up. I'm going to grab this arrow and I'm just going to bring it down. I feel like about to right there. I feel like that's, yeah, that looks about right. So now I've got that. I do also need to kind of tidy up my walls a little bit because this wall's kind of poking through. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab it. I'm just going to slightly push it back just until I don't see it. Go ahead and look at it from the inside. I can kind of take the same thing here and I can push it out and then get to where I just barely don't see anything. There we go. I can just kind of finagle everything here and there. Because I want it as close to the wall as possible, but we're also not getting rid of these exterior windows. We'll do this one here. Oop. There we go. And you basically just want to grab any solid wall, because I wouldn't want to grab these separate. Oh, there we go. Oh my god. It's just poking through. I like to look at it from the inside because just the windows just pop into existence. This is where your camera movement skills are going to really come in handy. Slowly moving around. All right, make sure. Oh, yep. That damn little window right there. There we go. All right, so that's every single side. This one's a little close. Yep, ceiling. Yeah, I moved it up as high as I could at first. I'm not worried about any vaulted ceilings here. All right, so that's the basic layout. Now I need to cut out the door. Start off with the door. So I've got a couple tricks up my sleeve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press tab so I can get out of edit mode with that, with my shell. I'm actually going to rename it shell. And do you know which house model this is? I think I've got it up in my others. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to name it shell underscore model 4. So now that I know that that's my shell and not just a cube. Ooh, now pop my wrist real good. All right, so now it's hard to see through this house. So I'm going to open this up until I reach this triangle here. And I'm going to scroll down. Where is it? Where is it? Where is she? Okay, here it is. Viewport display. And with that triangle selected still, I'm going to go to display as. I'm going to click it. And I'm going to click wire. So now you can only see the edges of the building. So you can easily line stuff up. So now I'm going to go back to my shell. I'm going to press tab, go back into edit mode. And I am going to kind of cut the bottom edge out. So I'm going to do Control R, do a loop cut, and I'm going to bring it up to the bottom of that door. All right. Now I'm going to do another loop cut, but yep, there we go, vertical. That could move over a little bit more. There we go. And then, let's see. No, I should cut out the other side as well. Loop cut. About there. And I just need to do one more. And the easy thing is once you have it placed, you can kind of move it around with it still selected. So if you need to like move it down a little bit more, move it up a little bit more, you can. I'm going to click off of it. All right, so now I'm going to go to face select this face, and I'm just going to delete the whole thing. Oh my god, it's a doorway to the shell. Oh my lord. I might have to move these walls because they're... I can still see the wireframes. Oh my god. So that's how to do the door for the shell. Now, for the windows, basically the same thing. So I'm just going to do Control R for some loop cuts, and I aim for the outside of the window frame. So I've got 2 outside. Now I'm going to do the top, and the top of this also aligns with the top of that. It doesn't align with the top of that, but it aligns to a lot of them. So that is at least a good thing. That'll kind of save us some time. And then the bottom one. There we go. All right, so now I can just face select 2 faces here. and delete. And let's see. I do have top and bottom for a couple of these, so I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to do vertical loop cut right here. Another vertical loop cut right here. I've got that window. Look at that. Got a doorway and a window and another window. So let's say, let's see, which one do I want to cut out now? Oh, this one is at the same height and everything, so I'll just go doop and doop. Grab that whole thing, delete that. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Got two more over here that I can totally do as well. So there's the edge. There's the other edge. That one. And that one. Look at that. So many windows. I'm just going to basically continue doing that all around the house. I do have this one. And I can also do this one. It's quite nice that a lot of those windows actually line up. There was another one that I was doing that did not line up at all. Alright, so now I got a few windows that are just a little different. Because the line that I made before is right here. So it's going to be a little bit lower. I'm just going to go ahead and make another loop. I believe that, no, that's the only one with that. And do another loop for the top. The name of the game is loops. Actually, there's already a loop there. So now I'm going to select all of these in the way. Delete. This top one is close enough, so I'm not going to make another one there. These bottom ones are awfully close, though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select these edges here. Go around. And I'm going to lower them a little bit. I'm going to create that little angle there, but fine. Vertical loop. Vertical loop. Alright. These last ones cut out. Alright, and I believe that's all of them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go out of edit mode on that. I'm going to go back to the house that I put in wireframe. I'm going to go display as textured. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and zoom inside the house. And voila, the windows have been cut out. Now, there's one other step for doing this, because with the way these buildings are, you can see in, but, or sorry, you can't see in, but you can see out. So you wouldn't normally see all these windows here. So we got to double check our normals. So I'm going to go up here to the double circles. I'm going to click the arrow. I'm going to click face orientation. So when I zoom out, you can see the outside of the house is blue. That means you're going to see that. The inside is red. Even without that shell there, the inside is red. So you don't see anything inside of there. That's really weird that that's flipped like that. I didn't do that. So that really bothers me. So yeah, red can't see, blue can see. So if we look back at our shell, the outside of our shell is blue. The inside's red. So that means you're not going to be able to see anything in here. So in order to fix that, I'm going to click my shell. I'm going to go and press tab, so back into edit mode. I'm going to select everything, so I'm going to press A. I'm going to go up to mesh, normals, and I'm going to flip the normals. So now everything is blue and the windows are red, which is exactly what we want, because you'll be able to see the whole room. And then I can even, there's the door frame. Since I got the door frame in there, you can see that it actually lines up perfectly. There's no red showing in between there. All right, hide that again. So now my shell is almost ready to export. So I'm going to go ahead and go and take face orientation off. So I'm going to click my overlays and face orientation. I'm going to get, no, I still need to be in edit mode. So I'm going to press A because I need to UV unwrap it. So I'm going to press U on my keyboard and I'm just going to unwrap it because it's going to be a solid color. Now, in order to see that, I'm going to go up here to UV editing tab. Not that, not this right here, but this right here. So, I'm sorry, why is that? Why is that my house? Oh my god. That's not what we want. So my camera here is all goofed up, so I'm going to select my shell, have my mouse in the center, and press period on the numpad. So yeah, that's not really right. So I'm going to put my mouse back into this window, this left one here. I'm going to press U, and let's try Smart UV. I'm going to click OK. Oh my god, that's much better. And we're not really worrying too much about this because it's just going to be a solid color. But it still has to be unwrapped. So we're not going to worry about this anymore. We're going to go back to layout. And I'm going to need a solid color DDS. So what I'm going to do and I'll go ahead and put a DDS in the asset channel. is I'm going to make a new, we'll make it a 16 by 16. And I'm going to make it like a cream color. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and save this as a, oh, put that in the right folder. And I'm going to save this as a DDS. I'm just going to name this cream because it's a cream color. And it doesn't need transparency, so it's just going to be a DXT1. I'll close that. All right, so now I need to apply it to this. So I'm going to go and click on material because this doesn't have a material right now. I'm going to click new. And then there's going to be this dot right next to base color. I'm going to click that, go to image texture, and it's just going to put a color there for now. And then I want to press open. I'm going to go to my folder where I saved that DDS. I'm going to select it, open image. So now it's a cream color instead of just solid white. So we're almost there. So now, since I've got this all set up, I've got it named and everything, I've got a basic material on it. Now I need to convert it to go into GTA. So first off, we need to make it a drawable. So under the General tab, there is Drawables. And then I'm going to click Create Drawable Objects. I want to auto-embed the collision. If I expand this out, to auto-embed collision. And with everything, the center is in the very center of this. So before I even do this, I want to go into edit mode with my shell selected. I'm going to go to, oh wait, no. It's in object mode, and then object, set origin, origin to center of mass. I'm going to click that. So that is now the center of its mass. All right, so I've got auto embed collision, center to selection, just in case. And I'm going to click this convert to drawable because we've got this and not just that. So the bottom one, oop. So now I've got this little Y shape here. And the triangle is our model. And this, the .col, is our collisions. So now that we have the drawable, we need to convert the textures. So I'm going to open this up, select the material, and then I'm going to go to shader tools, still in the drawable section. I'm going to drop that down, and I'm just going to go ahead and keep it a default. So I'm going to convert my active material, because this is an active material. And you'll know that it works because it will add default or whatever you select on here to the end of the name. So now that I have that, I'm going to close that back up because I need to do the collision now. So I'm going to do the drop down on the collision, drop down on the model BVH, open the collision, open one more time. And so it still has just that material texture on there. Well, that's not the right thing. So I'm going to close drawables and I'm going to go to collisions. I'm going to open up collisions and create collision material. We'll drop that down. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep this default. But honestly, if I wanted to change it to like wood or anything like that, you can actually, with your mouse in the window, do Control F And if I wanted to make it wood, I could search wood. I could make it sound like you're walking on wood chips when you're walking in this. I could make it uh be a dusty floor or anything like that. There's even different metal sounds. But for now, I'll just keep it plain old default. So I've got my material selected underneath collision. I'm going to do convert to selected. I've got the default selected. And you'll know it works because all collisions have capitals for their name, and the default is actually this hot pink. So its base color changes. So right now we've got the model completely done. We've got the GTA shaders on it. We've got our collisions with our proper collision material. And it's time to export it. So in order to export it, you're going to go click General, Export CodeWalker XML, and make sure you go to wherever you want to export it. And you're just going to export CodeWalker XML. Ta-da! It's properly exported.